Good afternoon and welcome back to our Direwolf 21.10 modded Minecraft Let's Play series. So since last episode, I've been pretty busy. I've been making tools. This one actually only has 6 durability left. So instead of wasting more materials to repair it, we are going to be setting up a way to automatically repair stuff with RF. I also made a little area up here. I haven't started building out the upper section. I haven't really decided what block I want to use for a divider. I'll show you guys probably next episode. I've been playing around in a creative world looking at blocks and kind of trying to figure out what I want to use there. But anyway, I did go ahead and make a cobalt shovel and a mattock, and I'm also made up some more energy relays and stuff that we're going to be using today. But anyway, I know I had a few different suggestions on what to do today, but we are going to be doing actually additions. That way we can go ahead and set up a system to automatically repair our tools and not waste materials on that. Next episode, we'll probably get into extra utilities, and then maybe some magic and IC2 seems to be the common suggestions. So let's go ahead and get started. What we're going to be wanting to do today, first off, is we are going to be wanting to get ourselves our Empowerer set up. So first up, we're going to need 5 display stands. You're going to need 1 to craft the Empowerer, and you're going to need an additional 4 of those around it. So these aesthetic green blocks are made with chiseled quartz, and aesthetic quartz is blocks of quartz. So let me go ahead and get some things together and get this crafted. Now I'll show you how to make like a couple of these, and then I'm going to do the rest of them off camera. So we're going to need what? Talking 15 of, I'll just take all of those. Okay. Yeah, we're going to need 15 of the aesthetic quartz. So let's go ahead and we'll lay it out in, I think I could actually do like this. I think it's a, I want to say it's like a 3x3 that it covers whenever that goes off. We'll see. Yes. I was thinking the AoE around it is 3x3, so we could actually convert quite a bit of those with a single blast. So I think I made 1 extra, but the aesthetic green quartz is pretty much the same thing, just with chiseled quartz. So give me just a moment here. Okay, and then we're also going to need 5 of these advanced coils. So there's that. And then if we just put our quartz down, just like that, there's our 5 display stands. Now the actual Empowerer itself, we're going to need iron casings, which we've done before, and we're also going to need a battery, a double battery. So we're going to need Ori Crystals and a single battery and some advanced coils. These batteries are more advanced coils and more Ori Crystals. So I'm going to need 10 Ori Crystals in total. I thought I had one lying around, but that is not the case. So I'm just going to grab like a couple of these. Oops. And we'll get that converted over. So our single battery, and then we'll get our double battery, and then our Empowerer. So now that we have our Empowerer, let's go ahead and put it in the center here, and then we're going to put our display stands out around this, 2 blocks away from the Empowerer, and on all 4 axes. And I'll probably set that right back there. Now you'll notice that these do have an RF bar at the bottom left, whereas the Empowerer itself does not have one. That's because these actually are going to be what receives the power and inputs it into the system. So, I did not mean to set that there. Let's go ahead, we'll put our laser relay here. We'll put another one, say right here. Another one right there, and then one, I guess right here, and then one here that connects everything up. And I'm going to go ahead and tell this, you're going to output power out the top. And then what we're going to do is we're going to connect all this up with our laser wrench, just like that. Then over to here, over to here, over to there, and then I'm just going to go ahead and link those back up. Or no, they're already connected. Never mind. It doesn't really matter. But you'll notice that the RF in this is building up steadily. It does take quite a bit of RF. They have 800,000 RF internal storage. So there is quite a bit there. So, yeah, it looks like this is keeping up though. No problem. So now that we have that set up, the next thing that I want to go for using the Empowerer is going to be our item repairer. Right here. Couldn't find it there for a second. So we're going to need empowered Ori crystals. We're going to need one of these ender casings, which require empowered diamantine crystals. And then we're also going to need 4 empowered diamantine crystal blocks. So altogether, well, this requires diamonds, of course. So very, very expensive. So give me a second. I think I'm going to have to go mining a bit, actually. Got 20. Yeah, I'm going to need about double that. So I'll be back in just a moment. Oh, I guess I'm going to have to break down and repair this thing, huh? I totally forgot it took that many diamonds. Alright, so I found some diamonds. I went ahead and dug out around them. It looks like we have 6 ores here. And I figured I'd do this one on camera because this is our first time getting to mine one with Fortune 3. This pick, I forgot to mention I did get this up to Fortune 3 between the episodes. So let's see how many diamonds we end up getting from this. Oops. Thought that was my bag. 13, so I still don't have enough. Okay, back to mining. I'm going to have to go repair this thing again soon. And some more, well, and some more diamonds. I wanted to grab that lapis down here. So fingers crossed. Oh, really? That's it. Aha! There are more. Okay. So now we've got 24. Okay, so we should have enough now. So I'm going to head back. So anyway, to get our diamantine, I'll go ahead and make 4 of these four of these thingies. The diamantine. And we'll just set it up like that. Pow. It is a little bit expensive, but it's going to be worth it, I promise. So anyway, for our item repairer, we're going to need 4 of these empowered diamantine crystal blocks. And the way that we're going to get these is we're going to have to use clay and light blue dye. Right? A bit of clay here. We're going to need 4 blocks. And then we're going to need 8 single pieces. And then we're also going to need to get ourselves... Where did all my bone meal go? Here we go. I knew I sag milled up a bunch of it earlier for... I was trying to get purple, stupid purple slime stuff. So now that we've got that, let's go ahead and get our light blue dye. Oh yeah, this makes 2 at a time. I forgot that. And grab this stuff. And then the way this works, the Empowerer works, is you're going to put your diamantine crystal block there in the middle, and then put your light blue, your clay, and then your clay block around here, and you notice this stuff's going to start funneling into the Empowerer. And then once that's done, you'll notice now we have this diamantine block. Now this you're going to have to use a freehand to empty it out, and it's not going to stack items either automatically, so you're going to have to do that. But anyway, give me a minute. I'm going to get all this stuff converted over, and I'll be back in a moment. Alright, so I got all 4 of those, and then we're also going to want just the 4 individual ones. So first off, we'll just change over the diamonds. Now I will say it's just as expensive as far as the Empowerer goes to convert a entire block as it is to do a single one like this. I mean, as far as the materials that go on here, I believe it's a little bit quicker, you'll notice. But you're still having to use a bit more clay and stuff than if you did like a block. But we don't have the diamonds to spare right now. So, alright, so now that we have our 4 empowered diamantine blocks and 4 crystals, the next thing that we're going to need to empower one more thing for this, if I can ever find this thing. And that is an Ori Crystal. So to empower this stuff, you're going to need a snowball, some gray dye, a button, and some cobblestone. So what I'm probably going to do is I am just going to convert a block at once. I am going to have to run and get cobblestone. How did I get... Okay, whatever. I'm going to have to go get... Not cobblestone. Snow. But luckily the mountains near here have some, so I'll be back in just a moment. Okay, by the way, what One thing I have noticed is this Obsidian Pickaxe that we used last episode, it doesn't seem to want to despawn. Like, I threw it over here and I was like, well, it'll just despawn in like 5 minutes. Still hasn't despawned. So I almost think that the Tinker's Tools, maybe they have that set up now so that that stuff won't despawn. Like, maybe you accidentally drop it or something. Maybe it won't despawn and you can always go back and get it, which would be really, really nice, because I can't tell you the amount of times that I have accidentally dropped things on the ground, you know, and not realized it, and then I'll go back and, you know, later and try to grab it or something. Especially in the nether. I'm terrible about, for some reason, dropping things in the nether. Tinker's Tools and stuff. But anyway, so now we've got pretty much everything. Once that stuff's done to get our item repairer. Now this ender casing does require 4 ender pearls and then just a block of that black quartz. Luckily I have everything for that. Here we go. Okay, so now we are set. Oh yeah, I gotta change these over to just the empowered crystals, not the block. So now we're set to grab this. There we go. And this block is absolutely amazing. Absolutely. So we're gonna set it up. How about just right here-ish? Yeah, here. And then what we can do is we can just take, you'll notice it's filling up with RF. We can just take our Pikachu, throw it in there, and you'll notice that the durability is steadily going up. Now this thing does require a lot of RF, and you'll also notice that these item conduits aren't fast enough. I may actually, let me try and move this. I wonder if I plugged it straight into one of these capacitor banks, if it would be maybe a little bit quicker. Oh yeah, that's a noticeable difference. It's still going to drain out mega fast, but you'll notice that this thing will steadily get back its durability. It does eat through a little bit of RF, but that's okay. Alright, there's one other thing that I want to get this episode so that we can go ahead and have some sort of just basic automated mining really, really quick. So the first thing that we're going to want is just a void crystal block. And then we're going to want to empower it. So in order to empower it, we're going to need flint, stone, ink sac, and charcoal, which should not be a problem. So now that we got this stuff, let's go ahead and set this up to be empowered. Our ink sac and our flint. I went ahead and made up a bunch of conductive iron earlier too, so that way we can start doing more item conduits. Because I'm gonna actually want some stuff set up outside of the house here. I'm gonna be changing up a lot of this between this episode and next. So we've got all of this stuff. The only thing that we're missing now is the drill, which is pretty much an RF powered mining item. So I'm gonna have 1 diamond left. Awesome times. I'm doing just so great on diamonds, but I did spend like close to 50 diamonds this episode, so ton of mining involved. Oh, I threw down all. That's okay. I don't care. That's fine. That is fine. And then we're going to want to get ourselves a couple advanced coils, some Ori Crystal blocks, and then one of these drill cores, which is basically just basic coils, redstonia, and more Ori Crystal blocks. So we're going to need an absolute ton of Ori Crystal blocks. Luckily, iron's really not an issue at this moment. Okay, so now we were pretty well all set. I needed more of that redstonia crystal, of course. You go through a ton of this stuff. Like before this episode, I think I made like 10 blocks or something. So you do, in fact, eat through this stuff like crazy. So now, if we get our drill core, then we can just throw it into here, and that gets us our drill. Then throw it into here, and that gets us our vertical digger. Now, by default, this thing only has a range of, I believe, 2 blocks. I'm just going to steal one of these temporarily. I'll put it back. Like I said, I'm going to end up doing some adjusting and probably upgrade our power setup a little bit. Maybe interconnect them, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. 1 second. I'm going to go sleep. Anyhow, we can set up this vertical digger, and I'm going to put it, for right now, I'm just going to put it like right here. And you can set this to different modes. There's either mine everything, so it's just going to dig up everything that it finds down through there, or you can say only mine your ore, only mine ores. So that's what we're going to set it to, and we're going to just set up our capacitor bank right there, and this will start mining ores for us. So you'll notice it says it's mining at Y 48 or 45, and you'll notice that we're getting coal, we're getting Sardis, black quartz ore, and all that good stuff. So really quickly, let's get ourselves a way to pump these items out, because as it stands, of course, they're just going in that internal buffer. So I'm going to grab just an ender pearl. Okay, so we got our pulsating iron now, and we'll just get, for right now, we'll just get a couple item conduits here. And let me see. I think I'm going to go ahead and just make a gold chest. I think is what I'm going to do. So a chest with some iron, and then we get 8 gold here. We get our gold chest. I'm not even gonna think about making a diamond chest right now. I've noticed that with the realistic world gen, diamonds tend to be pretty rare from what I've seen. But you'll notice that this is already filled up. I think what I'm going to do is, what if we dug this down just a little bit. Oops, that's probably more than I want, but that's okay. We'll make that work. And then what we'll do is we'll just connect up right like that. That's perfect. We have just enough. And of course, this is just temporary setup, but for right now, we'll say insert into here, and there we go. We're getting all of our ores and everything from this. Now, by default, this thing only has like a range of like 2. Okay, see, it's already done mining. But I think it comes out like 2 in every direction. So it's, what, like a 5x5 that it mines. But you'll notice, I mean, we got a decent amount of stuff for that. But what you can do, I don't have the resources right now to do it. But if you want to boost this and make it a larger radius, you can make yourself one of these phantom boosters. And you can put up to 3 of these with that vertical digger. And it does take 4 diamantine crystals and then 4 empowered diamantine for each of these, plus some ender pearls. So they're not terribly cheap. But what you would do is, let me kill this skeleton. He's gonna keep shooting at me. I already know. So what you could do is you could put your phantom boosters just on top of this vertical digger, and those are going to increase the range, like basically the radius that it mines. And I'm gonna set this up. This time I'm gonna put it like right here, maybe. There we go. It's already mining away. You will notice that it does drain a bit of power. I mean, it's like, I think 1,500 per operation. So it will run through these capacitor banks fairly quickly. However, I'm not terribly concerned with that because we've got enough power generation. And I can always just switch out these capacitor banks, and it honestly doesn't take but a second to move that, you know, the system around and everything, and set it up in different places to just mine through. And it does mine very, very quickly, as you'll notice. It finished out that that little segment that it was mining at a fairly brisk pace, I think. And really, really quickly, I'm going to show you, if we were to set it and say, let's tell it to mine everything. Oh, there's bees here. I should probably move this. I don't want bees. If we set it up, say, like right here. Yeah, see, it's like a 5x5 that it mines through initially. Which is honestly not bad at all, considering, you know, we pretty much just... I'm going to turn that off. It's going to drive me insane. It's digging through everything. But it's honestly not bad, considering this is only like the 4th episode. And, you know, we've already got a basic quarry system. It's not the most powerful thing, and, you know, we have to move it around, but it does go through the ground fairly quickly. And, of course, you could always set this up inside of your base, and it's not going to rip up your ground if you set it, of course, to just mine the ores and stuff. You'll notice I'm actually getting quite a bit of stuff here. from this. So I'm happy with it. Needless to say, today's episode was fairly expensive as far as diamonds and materials and stuff go. But I will probably try to upgrade some capacitor banks because, of course, the energetic alloy is not outside of our means at all at the moment. So I will probably try to get at least, probably just a tier 2. I don't have the ender pearls. Yeah, I don't think so. I'd need 9 ender pearls to make octadic capacitors for the vibrant capacitor bank. So I don't think I'm going to do that. I may try to get some standard capacitor banks because I could just upgrade my basics, but I don't think I'm going to change up the whole system just yet. But of course, energetic alloy is just gold, redstone, and glowstone. So now that we've been to the nether, I may upgrade those so I have like a bigger capacitor bank to take with me. You know, whenever I set up the quarry. And we could always do like an ender chest and just have the stuff sent back to the base via an ender chest, which would definitely make our lives a lot easier. But you'll notice in that short time, I only set the quarry up, I think, 4 times, and I got 57 iron, a bunch of bauxite, silver, 54 copper. Like, fairly good haul, I think, for not even having to mine anything. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I'm pretty happy with it. But anyways, I do believe that I'm going to end up the episode there. I know it's just about wrapping up point. So if you guys enjoyed the video, be sure and hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe if you're not already for more daily videos. And as always, if you guys have any questions or anything about the Empowerer or the Item Repairer, which this thing does use a lot of power, I admit, but it saves us resources, and we're not having to do as much mining now, you know, with that digger. So that thing's definitely going to help. Also, keep in mind there is the phantom booster, so I'll probably make some of those before next episode, maybe. So either way, they don't really increase the power cost. It just increases the radius, so you don't have to move it around as much. They're not terribly expensive. Like I said, you could put up to 3 of these on top of your digger, and it's going to increase the radius. I believe it ends up being I believe each one increases it by 5, so I believe it ends up being like a 20 by 20 area or something like that. It's a fairly decently large area once you set up those phantom boosters. So very, very handy. And like I said, they just go right on top of your digger. So. But anyways, like I said, if you guys enjoyed the video, be sure and hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe for more daily videos. And as always, until next time, do take care, and I hope to see you guys then.